Hey guys, welcome back. I'm back at the beach. I drove up north this time and I'm out here in San Francisco looking for some striped bass. So striped bass right from the surf, right from the city. I got this lure with me. It's gonna look like a little minnow. You can see it's white, but the underside is pink. It glows in the dark and it's supposed to work while we're here. Haven't used it, but I'm excited to try it out. This is a new lure by Kalisa made for West Coast anglers. So see if it does this job. It's looking pretty nice out here. It's a little cold, but other than that, the conditions are pretty nice. What I've done is I found myself a nice little hole here. I can tell that there's a hole in here, and I'll explain why in a bit, but that's really important. And a lot of the time, that's what makes a difference between catching one of these stripers and not. So without further ado, let's get straight into the fishing, see if we can hook up on a fish, and let's see how it goes. So right here, guys, I'm wading in right now, and I can see the hole, because right now you can see how a wave is breaking here, a wave is breaking out there. In the middle, there's no white water. What that means is that even though it got shallower over there, there's a hole here because the wave still had enough energy to keep going forward without kind of collapsing forward into itself, which is what happens when a wave breaks, like what happened right in front of me. So once I get out past here, I expect it to be a lot deeper. And those are the advantages the predatory fish look for. Even if it's a 3-foot change in depth, that's enough for them to sneak up on those little fish. And big fish are all about conserving energy. So if they can hide out in a hole and wait for the little fish to come to them, they'll do it. So swimming this, nice steady retrieve, not too fast. You can pop it up a bit. And I'm just gonna give this thing a couple thousand casts, honestly. See if we can hook up. But I may switch to a heavier lure just so I can cast it further since the wind is a little in my face. And as I cast, I'll be moving down the beach a little bit just because I really want to cover as much water as possible. Even if I'm in a big hole, you know, you never know where there might just be a fish. So I'll fish the holes more intensely, but I'll fish the whole beach because today I'm determined to walk out of here with a striped bass. Kind of a problem because the wind is making my lure fall really short. The lure I'm using is about 5/8 of an ounce, and it's not really great for casting that far, but you do want to get it pretty far. Other lures, when you use them with the right wind conditions, you know, you can cast 100 yards, and that's a really big advantage just in terms of covering water and how likely you are to hook up on a fish. But never discard the fish that are close up, because a lot of time anglers are surprised when, you know, they get hit a couple of feet from the shore. But that's where the predatory surf fish really are hunting. They're hunting for those smaller fish that are hunting for little animals in the sand, in the surf, such as sand crabs, sandworms, everything that starts with sand. That's why there's so much activity right here. Damn, I got a good feeling right now. There's a lot of pelicans. Means there must be a lot of bait fish. Means there's gotta be a lot of stripers. So if I can get one of them, come on. You know, I talked a lot about the holes and where to fish, but the one place, the thing that really matters above all is, are there bait fish? Is there bait? Are the predators eating? The surefire way you can know that there are bait fish is if the pelicans are diving, like right there, like everywhere in front of me, just 100 yards out. So that's a fisherman's #1 indicator of bait fish, which is the #1 indicator of the fish we're going for. So cold. Come on. I am leaving this beach with a striper today, man. No other way I'm leaving. Okay, no. Screw this. Screw this. Okay. I can't with these 30-yard casts anymore. I need to get it out there. We need to start getting our lure out there. I went back to get my backpack and all the pelicans started diving. All right, this thing is bigger. 1 1/9 ounces. Come on, reach deep. So many pelicans diving right now. You know, it's only a matter of time before I, oh shit, oh, fish on. Oh, fish on, fish on. That's a striper. That's a striper. That's a striper. That's a striper. Oh, I got him right near the beach. Right near the beach. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, that's right off the sand. That's a fish right off the sand. That's a fish right off. Oh, the wave literally just helped me bring it on. Let's go. Oh. Woo. Woo. That's a big striper. That is such a big striper. Nice. Oh my God. I could not have gone luckier. I literally turned on the camera. That is so cool. Oh, striped bass, ladies and gentlemen. What an awesome fish. Guys, I'm gonna take this guy home, but first I'll get the hook removed, dispatch him, we'll go over some facts, and yeah, that's such a cool catch. Guys, there we go. First striped bass of the day, and such a cool way to catch it too. I was in the middle of my sentence saying that there shouldn't be fish there, and this guy literally just comes and I guess proves me right, so that's awesome. Let's get the hook off. All right, hook is removed. Let's take a look at our striped bass. Look at that. Look at that striper. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna measure him. Legal size is 18 inches. There's no way this is even close to 18 inches, way bigger than that. But I'll measure him anyways. I forgot my tape measure. But so you can get just a good idea of just how long this fish is. This is how long it is compared to my rod. So it's a pretty big fish. And you can tell this guy has been eating really well. So I don't want this guy to suffer too much. I'll dispatch him and then we'll rinse him and I'll show him better. All right guys, time to dispatch our striped bass. I'm gonna do it just the way I would any other fish. I want this fish to bleed out. So I got it right here. I'm just gonna cut one clean slice right across the gills, flip it upside down, and it's just gonna bleed out. Nice, fast death, and really a lot better than just letting them asphyxiate. So just go, no hesitation. You can see all that blood gushing out, and that just means I did a good job. There you go. Now the heart's gonna keep pumping while it bleeds out. So the heart's actually gonna help us, and it's gonna help bleed this guy out. But I'll get him in the water just so that it bleeds out a little faster, and then I'll show him around better. All right guys, first striped bass out here today. Just look at the size of this fellow. Look at that fin right there. You can see these when they chase anchovies through the water, but you can see it's been feeding really well. It's a really nice and healthy striper. So these guys weren't actually native to California. They were introduced in the 1800s just because they are such good eating fish and such a fun fish to fight. They were introduced a lot for recreational anglers, but they were introduced from New Jersey. So this, even though it looks Californian, it comes from New Jersey. And there's kind of a lot of debate on whether they should be treated as an invasive species or if they should be protected just like any other California-based species or California coast species. But you can see this is really a special fish, really big. It's got a lot of fighting power, and I caught this guy right off the bank. And when there's one, the odds of you getting hooked up again are a lot greater. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna We got this guy. I'm just gonna get my lure straight back in the water, see if we can hook up again. And this is awesome. This is gonna be dinner for a while. This is so cool. And a fish like this makes standing out here casting in the cold just totally worth it. So really exciting stuff, but I do want another one, so let's get back in there, see if I can hook up again. It's getting dark out here, but let's see what we can do. Guys, what a cool catch. I'm getting right back out there. All right, let's see if there's some more stripers around. That was really something. Yup, fish on, fish on. It's another striper, there we go. I was 8 casts away from leaving. Yeah, striper number 2, also right by the bank. Let's go. Awesome. Let's see if this is a keeper. See if this is a keeper. Let's get him out on the sand here. And that is for sure a keeper. There we go. Second striper of the day. Seconds away from packing it up. That's so cool. All right, there we go. Striper number 2, and that's officially limits. I am legally not allowed to keep, at least keeping striped bass, so I can do catch and release now. But this is so cool. My family's gonna be eating good for a while. These are 2 pretty nice striped bass. I'll get the hook off this one, dispatch him, and then I just want to see how he compares to that other one. All right, guys, here's striped bass number 2. Such a cool day. That's limits. Up here in the city, San Francisco, 2 stripers per person. All right, hook is out. Here's our striper. I'm gonna go rinse him, and then we'll see how he compares to the other one. All right, guys, I rinsed him, but before comparing, I am gonna dispatch him just to kind of put him out of his misery a little bit. So just like before, you know, no hesitation, just cut, flip upside down. Very sad, but I mean, if you eat cheeseburgers, you gotta be able to do this, or else it's just not fair. So this guy's gonna bleed out shortly. I'll get him in the water just for a sec, and then I'll compare. All right, guys, so I have officially caught my limit of striped bass. So yeah, I'm not allowed to keep fishing here because I caught my limit, but I can still do some catch and release. I don't think I'm going to. I've been out here for a couple of hours, honestly, and it's really cold. Here are the 2 chunks of striped bass that I pulled out of the ocean today. That's so cool. You know, I was about to head home when the first one hit, and that gave me enough motivation to stay for the second. And I was literally 8 casts away from heading home. I was counting down from 10, and this guy just swallowed my lure. And it's gonna be great eating tonight. These are great eating fish, great fighting fish. They're just great fish, period. Any way you look at them, great fish. Guys, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. And please stay tuned for more. There's gonna be so much more coming. So just keep your eyes peeled, and to all the fishermen out there, tight lines.